Hey there, Nate here with the Volunteer Tech Vlog on the Live Sound 101 YouTube channel. This is my very candid vlog where I talk about pro audio and doing live sound in the church tech world. I am a student of audio and video technology, and I'm speaking to you as if you're coming for a ride in my car with me. So I get usually what I do is I get the video going, I do a little intro, and then I'll start driving because I gotta go to work this morning because it's Friday morning. And I get the little cable showing here. What is that showing? Usually the cable's not in the frame, but a little cable hanging out in the frame here. So anyway, this video I wanted to do a video about. There we go. That looks better. I want to do a video about the EBC 5K. So it's a 5K road race that's coming up. So I'm going to talk about why we're doing a 5K. I'm going to talk about doing sound for the 5K because I've been asked to support the 5K in terms of the audio needs. There's no video needs really that I'm aware of at this point. Maybe some people taking video and photos. And what was the last thing I wanted to talk about? I wanted to talk about why the 5K is happening, doing sound for the 5K, and don't you hate when that happens? I knew there was a third thing. Anyway, I'll just get right into it. So we're doing this 5K run, walk, rain or shine road race on Saturday, May 21st, 2016. Registration opens at 8:30. The race begins at 9:30. So if you're in the Metro West Boston area, come on out and support a great cause, which leads me to my next point. Why would you come out? So a little bit of so this is a road race to promote awareness for human trafficking, and it's also to directly support the Amirah House, which supports people coming out of abusive relationships, trafficking situations, addiction situations, things like that. So this is all to support the Amirah House, which is a faith-based nonprofit organization located in the Boston area that strives to provide a refuge for those seeking to break free from exploitation and heal in community on their journey towards lasting hope. So that's the little spiel from Amirah House. It's a good cause. Now, the backstory is there's a couple, Justin and Christina, who started coming to the church a while back, and they got really fired up about this specific cause, this human trafficking thing. And honestly, I had never thought about it. Like, it never occurred to me that human trafficking or like modern day slavery was actually happening today in the United States. I was not aware. Like, I thought like, oh yeah, that, if you go to Thailand or if you go to, some of these Southeast Asian countries, like I've heard like there's like prostitution that happens over there and it's horrible, and young girls are like brought into this thing and forced into it, and it's all like, that's kind of like what I thought about it. But that stuff is being exported or imported into our country and happens now. And think about that for a minute. Think about like what that actually means, and how there are young girls being forced, coerced, manipulated into this lifestyle that they never wanted, and they're being profited off of, and they're being exploited, and it's happening. You hear stories in the news, if you start paying attention to it, of arrests that happen and human trafficking rings in neighboring towns from right where I live, right out in the suburbs here. So like, this isn't something that is it's weird. It's almost like our society just kind of like, has a blind eye to that type of thing. And I think it's because the narrative for so long has been about feminism and girl power, and a woman can use her body if she wants to make money, and that's her right to do it. And like, you hear these things and it's like, yeah, okay, like that's her right to do that if she chooses, but what if she doesn't choose? What if she never really made the choice to do that, and she was 16 years old and some sleazy boyfriend took her to some sleazy place, and then it's a downward spiral from there where she never really chose that lifestyle, but she kind of got sucked into it, and now that's how she's known. And anyway, human trafficking. That's my spiel about it. So if you've never heard of it, look into it. And if you want to raise awareness and support people that are trying to help girls get out of that situation, come run and find some sponsors and do the EBC 5K on May 21st, 2016. So that is it's going to be at Emmanuel Baptist Church, 63 Rockwood Road, 115 Norfolk, Massachusetts. So that is my spiel about why we're doing the 5K. Now I'm going to talk about actually doing audio for the 5K, now that I'm 5 minutes and 20 seconds into this video. And I will start driving. So I was contacted a few months back saying, hey, we got a DJ that's going to be volunteering to DJ this event. So I said, oh, great. And then, but so Christina said, but could you help with any audio needs or that they may have? Thinking like, okay, sure. Well, if it's a DJ, they usually have their own gear and their own setup, but sure, I'll figure it out. So I got in touch with the DJ. And come to find out, since he's volunteering, he doesn't want to like lug out his own system. I don't even know if he has his own system, but since he's volunteering, I'm gonna meet him halfway and provide a mixer and some speakers and amplifiers, a table and a tent, and I'll hook up some microphones and stuff too, in case somebody wants to do public address. So I'll provide essentially the whole sound system. And I'll give him a feed from his turntables or his setup, whatever he's using, whatever medium he's using to play things back. And he's going to have a microphone, the wireless microphone there as well. And I'm going to have a couple wired microphones there. So what I'm going to do is take the youth system. So our youth group has a portable sound system with like 2 JBL Eon speakers up on stands. And I'm going to take that system from the youth room and bring it outside. It's got like a little portable like rolling case with a rack mounted mixer in there. So I'll bring that whole system out there, get it all set up, get all the cables and everything, and basically at that point turn it over to the DJ and let him run the event. I'll just be there for setup, and I'll be kind of probably moseying around in the background just in case there's any technical needs that arise. But I was so that's pretty much it. It should be pretty straightforward. The only thing I want to mention from a live sound standpoint is if you've never done an outside event, so if you've only ever done sound in a room where there are 4 walls and a ceiling and a floor, audio sound behaves much differently in a room than it does outside. And outside is what we call open field, and that is not necessarily to say we're in a field. That's an audio term. An open field meaning if you're in an open field, you have no room acoustics that are impacting the sound. So the sound just goes out in all directions, and there's obviously the ground or the floor, so sound is bouncing off the ground. But other than that, it's just going up into the air. It's going out as far as it can. So that is quite a different animal, especially when wind comes along. Atmospheric conditions can be different outside, obviously, depending on what the weather is like. So this is another thing we need to really keep our eyes on the weather. If you're doing a big event, you really need to hire a meteorologist to tell you go, no go type of situation, because we've seen events in the news recently where a huge squall will come through, or a storm with heavy winds, and it'll tear down scaffolding, it'll knock equipment over. So people have lost their lives in outdoor events based on the audio video lighting equipment. So we're going to have a couple speakers on poles and a pop-up tent. So I'm not too concerned about that kind of thing, but it is a concern. Like I'm thinking, man, I should get some sandbags or some chains or something to anchor things down. Let me pause for a minute. This will be an interesting one because I'm not doing the little front-facing, rear-facing camera, and I'm wondering if this one will cut me off at 10 minutes. Sometimes it cuts me off at 10 minutes, sometimes it doesn't. So if not, I'll see you in the next video. If it keeps going, it keeps going. Ah, it kept going. It kept going. We're into 10 minutes. Wow, maybe I just won't do the front-facing, rear-facing video. I mean, you guys don't really need to see the road, do you? I thought it'd be nice if you could see the road, but I don't know. Then it like, it flips the cameras around and they get mirrored and people think I'm driving in England and it just confuses everybody. So anyway, if Sewing1243 is still watching, I know he's been watching some of my videos. So thanks for the message, by the way, if you're still watching. I really appreciate getting some background information about you. And that was a private message, so I won't mention too much about it. But I do plan to write back to you. So anyway, so that's what I'm thinking about for doing sound in an open field. Audio behaves very differently outside. If you've never done an outdoor event, you need to be aware of that. Might be good to set things up and experiment on your own. So yeah, those are the big things going through my mind right now, are really the weather, the wind, and how powerful our little system can be and where it's going to be set up. I'm still not 100% sure where it's going to be set up, but I do know where we have access to power, some outdoor power outlets at different points around the campus of the church, the front yard of the church, if you will. So there'll be a meeting on the Friday night before the event, so I'm sure we'll get that all squared away. But my plan is to go through, scrounge up all the equipment, and just kind of keep it up in the foyer on Friday night, and then get it all ready to go, so it's just easy to bring it all out there. I don't know, maybe I'll just keep it all collected and together on downstairs in the basement. So I'm still figuring out logistics for it, but anyway, that's the deal with the 5K. I swear I had something else. I'm going to talk about the purpose of the 4K, doing audio for the 4K, and it's so weird. It's like as soon as I sit in my car, that third thing I wanted to talk about is gone. But anyway, this is a Friday. I plan to upload this video today as soon as I get on Wi-Fi. But it's 12 minutes and 30 seconds long, so I think I'm going to cut it off here. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Once again, my name is Nate. This is the Volunteer Tech Vlog on the Live Sound 101 YouTube channel. And if you have any thoughts or comments, I would love to hear from you. Talk to you later. See you in the next video.